My name is Perry Chocktoot, and I'm the Director for the Culture and Heritage Department for the Klamath Tribes. I also sit on Tribal Council as a member at large. I'd like to take this time to describe the effects of climate change and global warming on the homelands of the Klamath Tribes. The change in our climate has promoted enormous infestations of insects in what once was the largest stand of ponderosa pine on the planet. What the insects don't kill, catastrophic wildfires do. If the Pacific Connector gas pipeline and LNG terminal is allowed to be established, it would be the largest producer of greenhouse gases in Oregon and expedite the destruction of our home. This year, we haven't received enough precipitation to put off the impending wildfire season, and we are at 30% of normal for our annual precipitation. This pipeline must not be allowed to be constructed as we value our beautiful forests of Oregon. Have you heard today about the landslide and explosion of the pipeline in California? This is something that must be realized as we have landslides as a regular basis in the Coast Range of Oregon, especially when the trees and undergrowth has been removed. That's exactly what's going to happen in the footprint of this gas pipeline if allowed to proceed. This description is astonishing as it happens over and over and over again. Last time I checked, one unacceptable practice was to do something over and over and expect a different circumstance, and it keeps turning out the same way. We need to learn from the Ruby pipeline and disallow this pipeline. The catastrophic mess that's going to be left in the wake of the Pacific Connector pipeline is imminent, and it will happen if we don't put our foot down right now. Another point to consider is all customers of natural gas will see their gas bills triple, as gas companies would rather sell the gas to Asian markets than to think of the good for native Oregonians. It's funny, you know, they're from Canada. They don't think about America. They think about the Asian markets, and that's all they think about. Oregon has continually been made to shoulder the brunt of all environmental impacts of projects just like this one. In the case of the Pacific Connector LNG pipeline project proponent has made financial promises to 4 counties. They effectively have greased the wheels of their imminent destruction of our beautiful home. Don't be tricked by fast-talking people and the promises of a buck, as you will not survive if you can't breathe, eat, hunt, fish, and gather. Don't allow anyone, any company, control our future, health, and well-being as we leave Oregon to our descendants. Hopefully they will be able to thrive and prosper and not suffer with a destroyed Oregon that we've left them if this project does go through. Lastly, the pipeline will uncover burials that we've made the project proponent aware of, and they're not willing to move this line, this footprint of this project. They do this with no regard to our ancestors' last resting place. It's bad enough that agriculture uncovers the remains of our people on an annual basis in the proposed path of the destructive project. I urge the state of Oregon to stand up to the plate in the game that is being played for someone else's benefit. We have to win this game for the future of Oregon in order to protect her. We have something at stake besides money. It's our home. They will go home and forget, as they did on the Ruby pipeline. How many times do we have to be the loser in this game to protect our home? All of the electricity in Oregon generated here goes to California. Now we're helping Canada dig up Oregon for the benefit of an Asian market. Are we Oregonians or are we Canadians? As a tribal elder once said, We are but a strand in the web of life. What we do to our world, we in fact do to ourselves. The tribal leader is gone, but his words resonate through time. Don't let his wisdom be unheard. We must take the necessary steps to protect our home, and the first step is to stand up against this destructive project together as Oregonians. When you listen to the project proponents' collage of selling propaganda, you hear they talk about the creation of jobs. At best, they are short-term jobs, and their project will have long-term negative impacts in Oregon. Nothing's changed since FERC denied this project from the start. Project proponent wants to destroy Oregon, and we will go with Oregon. We will just have ourselves destroyed if we don't step up and stop this. Thank you very much for your time.